Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Vistaya Putale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Swaraswati Devi, Gaudavani Prasarine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Kashmati Deshatarine. Hari Bol. We welcome all the devotees to Bhakti Vaibhava course. Today we are studying from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text 6 onwards. So till now we have studied till text 5, where we have seen that the Goswami's reply begins with obeisances. Yasvana bhavam akhilam sutasaram ekam adhyatma deepam atitir shatam tamam dhamsa. Suta Goswami, he offers respectful obeisances to Shukdev Goswami, who is his spiritual master, from whom he heard Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Okay, so now Suta Goswami starts answering questions of Shaunak Rishi, the sages of Naimisharanya, from text 6 onwards. 6 to 7 he answers texts, questions 1 and 2. What were questions 1 and 2? Question 1 was, what will be the ultimate benefit for people in general, human being? Pumsam ekamtata shreyaha, ekamtata shreyaha. What is the ultimate welfare for people in general of this world? That's text question 1. Now question 2 is, so in previous chapter we saw that the sages of Naimisharanya, they asked 6 questions to Suta Goswami. Number 1, Pumsam ekamtata shreya, what is the ultimate welfare for people in general? And second one, that what is the essence of all the shastras? What should be heard? Okay. What should be heard? So now he's answering these 2 questions. The supreme occupational duty, paradharma. What is that? Let's go to that. Text 6. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradhokshaje ahaitukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation, dharma, parodharma, savai pumsam parodharma, yata bhakti radhokshaja, for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted in order to completely satisfy the self. It should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So, 3 things. Yato bhakti radhokshaje ahaituki and apratihata and yatma suprasidati. Okay. Savai pumsam parodharma yato bhakti radhokshaje. That dharma is parodharma. Paro means supreme, sublime. That occupation or that dharma, that duty, we can dharma in different ways. We can say occupation, occupational duty. That dharma can be also nature of living being, or to-dos, duties, different ways. Savai pumsam paro dharma yata bhaktir adhokshaje. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati, which is like that is the ultimate occupation, supreme occupation for all humanity. What is that? That is ahaituki apratihata, which is done causelessly. Ahaituki apratihata, unbroken, unbroken, and jayatma suprasidati, which pleases the soul, completely satisfies the soul. So that was also one more point, that which what satisfies the soul. Hmm. Okay. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that in his Chaitanya Shikshamrita, that generally we worship the Supreme Lord, or the living being, they worship the Supreme Lord due to four reasons. There are four reasons for which the living being actually worship the Supreme Lord. What are they? He says, Asha, Kartabya Buddhi. Now, Bhai, Asha, Kartabya Buddhi, and Rag. Bhai means four things. Okay. For which the Jiva, or at least for which the Jiva shows gratitude, or different, like it, at least is God conscious, obeys God. Different thing we can say. What are those? Number one is fear. Bhai. Let me write the Bengali term. What he says, bhai. Or same thing, it can be in Sanskrit also. Second is Asha. How do I write it? Asha. Generally, somewhere they write like this. Okay, is desire. Third is kartabya buddhi. Buddhi. Sense of duty. And fourth is rag, or love. Oh, where was that? Oh, what is happening here? I want to see how do I a text box. I found it that day. I forgot. Okay. There was an option where I could edit that writing. Okay. So point is this. Why I so four causes for which the jiva worships the Lord. Bhay, Asha, Kartabya, Buddhi, or Raga. Hmm? First of all, bhay, fear of hell, Naraka bhay. What will happen to me if I don't worship the Lord? I'll go to hell. I'll suffer in hell. So, due to which the living being takes shelter of Krishna or obeys God. That's one thing. Second one is asha, desire. I want something from God. I want something. I want this. I want that. Give me this. Give me that. God is like ATM machine. Give me this or give me that. So that's another thing. Number three is kartabya buddhi, sense of duty. No, the Supreme Lord or the God created me, so I should. It's my duty to worship Him. It's my duty to obey Him, follow His instructions. And fourth one is raga, love for Godhead. No, it's spontaneously attracted to Krishna. So that's fourth one is ahaituki. Ahaituki apratihata. That is ahaituki, the fourth one. That no other motivations. No bhai. Oh God, please save me from hell. Please save me from sins. Forgive my sins. Save me from hell. It's not that. Or oh God, give me these. Give me my bread. Or give me my daily bread. Give me my these, my food, wealth. Protect me from danger. It's not kind of desire, or it's not even some, okay, God created me, I should worship Him or I should obey Him. It's my duty. So, no. Fourth one, spontaneously attracted to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Ahaituki. And apratihata, unbroken. It's not that sometimes we surrender to Krishna and sometimes we don't surrender. Sometimes we are Krishna conscious, sometimes we are not. Sometimes we depend on Krishna and sometimes we depend on some demigods, or sometimes we think of Krishna and some other time we try to enjoy. So apratihata, it should be unbroken, without fail, infallible. Just like the Ganges starts from Himalayas and flows. In between, so many obstacles comes. Ganges changes its course, direction, flow, but ultimately comes and merges with the ocean. So that should be the point, like ahaituki apratihata. So if our bhakti is ahaituki, then it can be apratihata also. So one thing we can learn from here is that bhakti is like Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service is apratihata. It cannot be stopped, unstoppable. It cannot be stopped by anyone. It's unstoppable. Okay, we give lots of excuses. Oh, this is the reason, that's why I'm not able to do bhakti. Oh, that's why my health is bad, that's why I'm not able to chant properly. I'm not able to read Bhagavatam, my health is bad. Or I'm so busy with so many other things, I'm not able to read Bhagavatam or chant properly. Or I have got this issue or that issue. If our bhakti is ahaituki, then it becomes a pratihata, means nothing can stop. No health issues, health crisis, no family crisis. Nothing in this world can stop us from bhakti. Ahaituki apratihata, and that type of bhakti becomes yatma suprasidati. Completely satisfies the soul. So 3 points we can see. Ahaituki apratihata, and then it can. So two qualities of bhakti. If bhakti is ahaituki and apratihata, then it can completely satisfy the self. That's the point here. So now, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about definition of happiness. What is happiness? What is sukh? Sorry. What is happiness? The Vedas prescribe two different types of occupation for human being. One is called Pravritti Marga, other is called or sense enjoyment. Pravritti Marga or sense enjoyment. Just a second. Okay. Pravritti Marga or sense enjoyment, Nivritti Marga. So in this statement, Srila Sutta Goswami answered the first question of the sages of Naimisharanya. First question is answered here. So there are two paths, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Pravritti Marga means the path of enjoyment, and Nivritti Marga means the path of renunciation, Nivritti Marga. The path of enjoyment is inferior, but the path of sacrifice for the supreme cause is superior. The material existence of the living being is a diseased condition of actual life. Actual life is spiritual existence or Brahma Bhuta existence, where life is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Material existence is temporary, illusory, full of illusions. So this is sometimes polluted when mixed with inferior quality. So Prabhupada is talking about dharma. What is dharma? Occupation. For example, adoption of devotional service for material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Adoption of devotional service for the material gain, that we will see in upcoming verses. That dharma for the sake of sense gratification, or religious duties for the sake of enjoyment. What happens to that? What is the purpose of religious duties? We will see in next future verses. Text 9, 10, like that. So therefore, devotional service of the Lord must be pure in quality. It should be pure in quality, without a least desire for material enjoyment. Generally, people are inclined to dharma for idea is that in general term, or even in varnashram, or even in traditional Vedic system, idea is that dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So why do you engage in dharma, or why do you follow dharma? Why should you follow dharma? Why should you be obliged to your religious occupational duties? It's because if you follow dharma, then you can get artha, wealth. And why do you need wealth? In order to have kama, enjoy. So dharma, artha, kama. More you do dharma, more you get artha, and more you get kama. And then once you get frustrated with kama, then at last you get moksha. Moksha is at last. So mainly people are like, they are more interested in dharma, artha, and kama. But here this dharma, paro dharma, is different from this ordinary dharma. Paro dharma and sadharan dharma, or jaro dharma, we can say. Sadharan dharma or ordinary dharma, mundane occupational duties, are for getting more wealth, artha and kama. But paro dharma is meant for getting love of Godhead, prema. That's the difference between paro dharma and jaro dharma, or sadharan dharma, samanya dharma. Paro dharma, savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhakti yadokshaje. It's pure in quality. We have purposely denoted dharma as occupation. So why did Prabhupada say dharma as occupation? purposely. Because the root meaning of the word dharma is that which sustains one's existence. A living being's sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with his eternal relation with Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is the central pivot of living beings. Each and every living being has his eternal form in spiritual existence. So that's the point. That Savai Pumsam Parodharma. Parodharma means ultimate supreme occupation. That is Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaja. What is Adhokshaja? Why the particular word Adhokshaja? Significance of this word Adhokshaja? And to transcendence. Adhokshaja. Why Adhokshaja? Akshaja. Aksha. Srila Prabhupada says in one of the classes, Prabhupada was explaining this, that Aksha means, like how we write Aksha. Aksha. Okay. A plus Ksha. Aksha. In Sanskrit alphabet, in Devanagari alphabet or in Bengali, both is same. Hindi also, like other languages, I think Sanskrit based languages have similar thing. A and Ksha starts with A, E, U, then Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Na, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, like that. So it starts with the alphabet, Bengali or Sanskrit, Hindi, Gujarati, other things. It starts with A. A is the beginning of the letter. Like in English, it starts with A, B, C, D. In Sanskrit, it starts with A and ends with Ksha. Ksha is actually a combination of Ka plus Sha. It becomes Ksha. Capital Ksha. Ka plus Sha. Actually, Aksha. So that's considered the end of the letter. So Aksha means starting from A to Ksha. A to Ksha. A to Ksha. That can be another meaning. So that means the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be, or the Param Tattva, Paradharma, cannot be explained by any alphabets, any letters of this material world, starting from A to Ksha. You cannot explain the Supreme Lord by any ordinary mundane words. A to Ksha. You cannot explain. That's why it's called Adhokshaja. So any knowledge of this world can be explained by A to Ksha. Any knowledge of this material world can be explained by A to Ksha, like written letter or anything that we write. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his transcendental knowledge cannot be explained by A to Ksha. So that's one meaning. Another meaning of Aksha is senses. Senses. Eyes, specifically eyes is called one of the sense. Aksha, Akshi, or senses can be explained as Aksha. So point is, you cannot understand the Supreme God, Supreme Godhead, or Supreme Truth, absolute truth, by your mundane senses. Indriyatit. That's why he is called Adhokshaja. Means any knowledge of this world which can be perceived by senses is below than Supreme Truth. That's why Supreme Truth is called Adhokshaja. Supreme Lord is called Adhokshaja. That's another meaning of Adhokshaja. Yato bhakti adhokshaje ahaitu ki apratihata yatma suprasidati. Okay. So now let's go to text 7. Now, Bhakti Devi, we know the story, Narad Muni and Bhakti Devi from the Puranas, that how Bhakti Devi has two sons, Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and renunciation, that you will see here in this verse. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayadahaitukam. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So, by rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva Bhagavati, Bhakti to Vasudeva. So, by following the Sanskrit shlokas, we can, to some extent, we can see Sanskrit grammar also, how amazingly Prabhupada also explained through this his word by word meaning. Vasudeve unto Krishna. So Vasudev is Krishna and Vasudeve is unto Krishna. Vasudevasya of Krishna. Vasudevat from Krishna. In Sanskrit grammar, like Sandhi, like this case, Vibhakti, if we study. Vasudevam. Vasudeva Vasudevam. To Vasudeva. Okay, so Vasudeva is unto Krishna, Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha. If someone does bhakti unto the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha being applied, if bhakti is applied to Vasudeva, then Janayati, it does produce, Janayati, just produce. Like Janak Janani. Janak in Sanskrit is called father. Janani is mother. Guruna Sasya, Swajanona Sasya. Janak and Janani. Janayati. Just a second. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati. So Janak and Janani Sanskrit, like Janak means one who gives birth. So father is called Janak and Janani is the mother. So Janan is birth. So Janayati does produce, one who gives birth. So Bhakti Janayati, Bhakti gives birth to what? Vairagyam. Vairagyam, detachment, and Jnanam, knowledge. Vairagyam, detachment, Jnanam is knowledge. Cha yad ahaitukam, causeless. So point is, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge. That's another important point. Causeless knowledge. Why bhakti? Even just like bhakti should be ahaituki. In previous verse we say bhakti is ahaituki. Similarly, Jnanam and Vairagyam should also be ahaitukam. Why? Because if someone wants to, if like by doing bhakti also one can get more Jnanam and Vairagyam. But that Jnanam and Vairagyam should lead to serve Krishna only. If someone takes this Jnanam and Vairagyam for his own personal motive, personal motivation, personal ulterior desires to fulfill those, so that then that's not causeless. One immediately acquired. So we can understand two things. One is Bhakti Anukula Gyan and Bhakti Anukula Vairagya. If someone is practicing Bhakti Anukula Gyan and Bhakti Anukula Vairagya, then that leads to Bhakti. Means that helps one to get Bhakti, means be more stronger in Bhakti. On the other hand, if someone is doing pure devotional service, Shuddha Bhakti, then one can get Jnanam and Vairagyam immediately, automatically. Jnanam and Vairagyam. So a pure devotee of Lord, Divya Gyan Hridaya Prakashita, he gets all the knowledge, transcendental knowledge in his heart by the Blessings of spiritual master. Divya Gyan Vidya Prakashita. Jnanam cha yadahaitukam. And Vairagyam, here the detachment, all the renunciation. So now we have from Vairagya, we can come to Yukta Vairagya, using everything in the service of Krishna. That's fine. Yukta Vairagya. But Yukta Vairagya means first Yukta Vairagya, then Yukta. Like once Yukta is one of the prefix. For example, Matta, someone is mad, and Pramatta is even more mad. So Matta is the main word, and we just used this prefix pra. Okay. It's emphasizing on this. Similarly, Vairagya is the main thing. Yukta just comes before that. Yukta Vairagya. So point is, if someone doesn't name Vairagya, how can one do Yukta Vairagya? So the concept of Yukta Vairagya can be very much misunderstood also, or misexplained also, misapplied also, which happens generally. The concept of Yukta Vairagya is one of the exploited philosophy of Krishna consciousness. In the name of Yukta Vairagya, people might do anything and everything. One simple pujari, in my like one pujari, he came to me and he was saying that, Prabhu, I am thinking to get an iPhone. Can you help me how to buy iPhone, and what is the good quality of iPhone? I said, iPhone? Why do you require iPhone? It costs more than 1 lakh. Why do you need iPhone? No, I am thinking he said that someone will give me some money. I'm thinking to buy an iPhone, or someone will gift me something. So I think I want an iPhone from him. Why you want iPhone? I can take some good photos, and other devotees are also having it. I can also have it. The point is, Vairagya and Yukta Vairagya. How do we use this? In the name of Yukta Vairagya, we can, I need iPhone, I need this, I need that. If someone requires iPhone genuinely, okay, he can use this. If someone doesn't need that, why should one go behind it? At one point of time, what I did, I thought of not using smartphone. So I gave up my I even gifted my smartphone to one devotee. I said, you take it. I don't want the phone anymore. So I gave my smartphone to one devotee. I was using this button phone, basic phone. For a few months, I used it. Then we started our YouTube preaching on YouTube, making videos on class. It's before lockdown, before COVID, few years back. So preaching on YouTube and this and that. So then someone suggested me that we are making some videos on YouTube for preaching. Someone suggested that, your video quality should improve. I was doing it with my laptop webcam. I had one Windows laptop. I had webcam. With the webcam, I was sitting and making some videos, recording some videos. Some devotees said, no, you should increase your quality. You should have good quality of video, like you can good camera or something. So then someone gave some other camera, but then it was not working, something difficult. I was not able to use that properly. So someone said, okay, then you can get one phone. So then I got a smartphone again, some 5,000-6,000 rupees, just lower range phone. I bought from here or Bhavan Pukur Bazaar, local bazaar here. I just, okay, maybe I can, with smartphone, I can record some videos and I can upload there on YouTube. It's in 2016, 2017 at that time. So then someone said, no, like if you get an iPhone, then you can get good quality videos. I said, how much does this cost iPhone? And I don't have money. How can I get iPhone? And how much does it cost? So he said 1 lakh. I said, 1 lakh? What? 1 lakh? I don't have even 1,000. How should I buy 1 lakh rupees iPhone? So then one devotee gave me one iPhone actually. One devotee gave an iPhone. Okay, with this you record your videos. So then I was recording with like I used that for few years for recording the videos on YouTube and this and that. But later on it got lost also. That's another thing. So point is, sometimes even if we want to give it up, different excuses, different reasons. I actually asked one senior devotee, that I am a devotee, I am a brahmachari, and should I use iPhone? Like it's 1 lakh rupees. Someone is saying that it's I 1 lakh rupees iPhone. Should I use iPhone? How can I walk around with 1 lakh rupees iPhone at my in my pocket? So then devotees, no, it's okay. You can use for preaching and this and that. So then I was convinced. I got the idea. Okay, fine. Then he said we got the iPhone. But actually speaking, this technology, this smartphone, and different things in the name of bhakti can be so much distracting. Can be so much. How much time do you spend in social media for preaching? Hmm. We can count our days. We can count our hours every day. Like yesterday, let's say yesterday, 24 hours. How much time we spent on smartphone, on social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, YouTube, for preaching Krishna consciousness? How much time we used or wasted just by seeing watching something on Facebook or YouTube, which is not uh, useful to Krishna consciousness. You go to post something on Facebook or what Instagram or somewhere. Okay, let me post this quotation of Prabhupada. I read something from Bhagavatam. Let me take this and post on Facebook. Let me preach. So I go to Facebook and post it. Then something else come there. Oh, he said, see, that devotee said something like that. Lots of discussions, prajalpa, chatting, commenting, post. So many other things come. So Vairagya is something that we said that devotee is higher than karmi, gyani, and yogis. If that is so, then we should have more renunciation, more jnana and vairagya, more than karmi, gyani, and yogis. If the yogis and gyanis have this much vairagya, we should have more because we are bhakta, we are devotee. Hmm? So we know the famous story of Sanatan Goswami and Lord Shiva, that there was a devotee of Lord Shiva who wanted something valuable. So he prayed to Lord Shiva that give me something valuable, give me something uh, like I want something valuable thing. So Lord Shiva directed him to Sanatan Goswami. Go to Sanatan Goswami, he has something. So this person came to Sanatan Goswami and said that Lord Shiva sent me to you that you have something very valuable. Give me that. He said that, oh, go in the dustbin, check in the dustbin, you search it, you will find something there. So that person, he went to the dustbin, waste bin, he checked everything and he found out this touchstone. Touchstone is something that if you touch that on iron, it becomes gold. Wow. Any metal becomes gold. So he was so happy I got touchstone. Then he asked Sanatan Goswami that, hey, like he was a bit doubtful that you got touchstone and you threw it at dustbin, waste bin. So that means you might be having something more valuable than this. Give me that. I want that. You are not giving me, you are deceiving me. You haven't given me the most valuable thing that you have. If touchstone, if this is the most valuable thing you are having, then how come you are throwing it at your dustbin, waste bin, garbage place, garbage area? Sanatana Goswami said, do you want it? He said, yes. Then go and throw this touchstone in Yamuna. Throw it in Yamuna water, take bath, take a dip and come to me. This person had faith in Sanatana Goswami. He went and threw the touchstone on Yamuna, took bath and came to Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami gave him the holy name. So we know the story. So now point is, think of yourself, think of ourselves. If I am the person, if you are the person, and suddenly Sanatana Goswami or Lord Shiva comes to you and gives you this, see this, take this touchstone and use in Krishna service. Or maybe you just take this touchstone, I give to you this. What will you do? Oh, we can use in Krishna service. I can make a TOVP, golden TOVP with gold. Temple of Vedic Planetarium can be with gold and this and that, isn't it? We can make golden temple for Lord, golden throne for Prabhupada, different things we can make with gold. We can preach Krishna consciousness so much with gold. But didn't Sanatana Goswami know this? That with touchstone he could do lots of preaching He could make lots of nice, beautiful temple for Radha Madan Mohan. But then why did he just threw it like this? Sanatana Goswami also knew. He also had the idea that, okay, we can use this in Krishna service in preaching. But still he just threw it at garbage place, garbage area. So, because he knew that thing can distract me from bhakti. So, Vairagya is important before we use Yukta Vairagya. We see the story of Kardam and Devahuti. Kardam Muni, before he did hardcore tapasya, austerity, and then he got his yogic mystic perfection also, and he got Supreme Personality of Godhead, was pleased with him. Then he got his wife Devahuti, and then he created a flying mansion, flying aircraft, palace, flying palace. Then, okay, they had family life, household life, husband, wife, and then again he left home. Even though he created flying mansion, everything, castle in the sky, literally. We have Akash Kusum, a Sanskrit proverb, which means nothing. Castle in the sky, which is a proverb, which means nothing. But Kaddamun literally proved that, okay, there can be castle in the sky, which is flying castle. He did it. But he left everything. So, as a devotee, we should always check this one point. This verse is one of the important verse we can memorize, we can always keep in mind that if I am doing bhakti, whether I am doing rightly, if I am on right track or not of bhakti, of devotional service, if I am in the right track of bhakti yoga, that means I should get detachment and knowledge, jnana and vairagya. Day by day, if I am doing more bhakti or not, if I am progressing in bhakti or not, how can we understand that? One point, that if I am getting more and more vairagya and jnanam or not. If my jnanam and vairagya are increasing or not, or my bhogam is increasing. In the name of yukta vairagyam, if I am doing yukta bhogam or not. That's for a sadhaka. For all of us, we should time to time remind us this verse and see that, yeah, vairagya and jnanam, it's coming more and more. So, this jnana is pure jnana, shuddha jnana. It's not mental speculative jnana like the jnanis and all. So those who consider devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna to be something like material emotional affairs may argue that the revealed scripture sacrifice, charity, austerity, knowledge, mystic powers, and similar other process of transcendental realization are recommended. That all these things are there. But according to them, bhakti or devotional service to the Lord is meant for those who cannot perform high grade activities for them. Those who are emotional, those who are not rational, for them bhakti is there. But no, they think bhakti is for Shudras, Vaishyas, less intelligent, for women. And bhakti is for women, bhakti is for Shudras, bhakti is for Vaishyas and all. But no, it's not the case. Simultaneous, it's like simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about getting in contact with the Supreme Lord, and it is easy for the neophytes who are just on the threshold of those of the house of bhakti. The other high grade activities designated as sacrifice, charity, austerity, etc., are all corollary factors following the pure devotional service, science of bhakti. So, Divya Gyan Nidya Prakashita, which means the more we engage in bhakti, purely we should get Jnanam and Vairagyam. Like attend Bhagavatam class in the morning, part of bhakti, isn't it? So the more we attend, sit in Bhagavatam class, we listen to Bhagavad Katha, we get more Jnanam. We read Gita, Bhagavad Gita, part of bhakti, we get more Jnanam. We do bhakti and we do follow like austerity, Chaturmasya, Purushottam month, Vishnu Panchak, Ekadashi, Janmashtami, Vratas are there. So we do more austerity, more renunciation. Okay, today is Janmashtami. I should not eat today. I cannot eat today. It's fasting. So that gives me more. That gives me more. That should increase more detachment. That's for practice actually. That today one day I practice not eating, not drinking, not no more bodily activities. Just surrender to Krishna and think of Krishna. Practice gradually, bit by bit. You practice and progress to Krishna consciousness. Bhakti cult, being a supermost occupation of the living being, leads him out of material sense enjoyment. That's a sign of a pure devotee. He is neither a fool nor is he engaged in the inferior energies, nor does he have material values. Cult of Bhakti. Wonderful purport of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says in Gauriya Bhashya that without bhakti, Gyan and Vairagya is guardianless, is orphan, anatha. Just like someone doesn't have parents, if mother is not there, it's like the kids are like orphan, no mother, no father. Similarly, no bhakti means Jnana and Vairagya is like orphan. So important verse. So now from text 8 onwards, yeah, you see, here Jnana means knowledge of the Lord's form, qualities, and sweetness. Aitukim indicates that such knowledge is devoid of desire of liberation. So there can be Haituki Jnanam. Haituki means with material motivation. I want liberation, mukti, 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 mukti kami jnana. And ahaituki, haituki and ahaituki. Ahaituki is no other motivation, no other desire. Question 1 and 2 are about the ultimate good of humanity and essence of all scriptures, respectively. The answer is bhakti and the process of bhakti, as mentioned here. So now 8 to 15 talks about only bhakti is to be gained by one's prescribed work, which we'll study in next session, next class. Okay. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथ Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ki jai.